Welcome, Eagles, to the Eagle News, and today is a C day. Yay!
Today's lunch will be waffles with sausage and hash browns.
I love waffles. The weather today is a high of 65 of a low of 42.
Make sure to bring a jacket if you have morning recess. It's going to be chilly. Announcements are Westside Best Side will host its Veterans Day program on Friday, November 7th, 2025. The program will feature performances by the 4th through 6th grade chorus and 6th grade band, along with a special guest speaker. Due to limited seating, attendance will be reserved for students whose parents and guardians or grandparents are active duty service members or veterans. All RSVP forms will be turned to Ms. Malaker or the front office by Monday, November 4th. Now stay tuned for Mr. Johnson, followed by Ms. Greenwood.
Hello, Eagles, and welcome to Eagle News here with Mr. J. It is Tuesday, November 4th. Happy birthday today to Ethan Twyford and Adeline Miller. Our flight plan this week, second quarter, it has begun. Report cards from quarter one will be distributed on 11/17, so in a couple of weeks you'll receive them, but we are in quarter number 2. So take a moment, reflect. How was quarter number 1? Are the things that you want to continue to implement this quarter, or the things that maybe you might want to change so you can have a much better quarter moving into quarter number 2. On Friday is our Veterans Day program in the morning. So we're challenging our building to represent veterans and wear red, white, blue, or anything patriotic. There is also a penny war that is going to begin. It starts on Wednesday. This is our first House Cup Challenge of the year. We're going to have 4 of them throughout the year. And if your house wins the challenge, there is, of course, rewards for you. And one of those rewards is going to be 500 house points along with a Wings of Fire level 4 spin. So you're going to want your house to win. So what is a penny war? Well, it's going to begin on Wednesday and go for 2 weeks and end on Wednesday, November 19th. The purpose of the Penny War is to donate money to United Way, which is to help our community in need. What's at stake? Well, 500 house points, plus you are going to get a level 4 Wings of Fire spin. And it is our first House Cup Challenge this year, and we're going to have 3 more additional ones. So what is a penny war? Well, you're going to want to bring in pennies. So in the cafeteria, you're going to have 4 buckets. Those buckets represent the 4 houses. On each of the buckets is going to be a sign that says the House Julia's bucket, House Nudita, House Kefi, House Duende's bucket. You, as a member, for example, I'm a member of House Julia, so I'm going to bring pennies and drop pennies into House Julia's bucket. Pennies are good for your house. You want to add as many pennies as you possibly can because they're all worth 1 point. However, though, I may want to bring in some nickels, some dimes, some quarters, and I'm not going to put those in Julia, and instead I'm going to attack the other 3 houses. I might put all of those in one house. I might put a couple here, a couple there. It's up to you. But the value of the coin, for example, a nickel is worth 5 cents, so it's actually worth negative 5 points. So a quarter is 25 cents worth negative 25 points. So that means it would take 25 pennies in order to cancel out just that 1 quarter. Now, of course, you don't just want to stop on change. You can bring dollar bills in. If I bring a $1 bill in and add it, for example, to House Duende, that is negative 100 points. It would take 100 pennies to cancel that out. A $5 bill is negative 500 points, so on and so on. This is going to go on for 2 weeks. At the end of every week, we'll take the coins, we'll count them on out, and we'll let you know who is in the lead to kind of motivate you and know where you might need to attack. Last year, and the past several years, the winner always seems to be House Mudita. Now, maybe it's because they're the house of givers, but they seem to always win. But I wonder who will be crowned the champion this year. So we'll talk more about it throughout the week, but start getting those pennies, start getting those quarters, those dimes, those nickels, those dollar bills ready, and let's begin our penny war. Also, we're going to be having a pumpkin drive that is going to be taking place. You want to donate non-painted pumpkins. Of course, it could be carved, but you cannot have it painted. There will also be no school on Monday and Tuesday next week. But I want to take a moment to talk about this pumpkin drive, and to help me out the most here, it's going to be Miss Howe. And some of you know Miss Howe. She helps some of our students here at Westside. Well, she actually has a farm that has these Black Angus cows on it, and they love pumpkins. So all the pumpkins that we donate not only are going to be equal some house points, but also we're going to go ahead and donate them to her farm. So let's listen to Miss Amy.
Miss Amy again. Thanks again for tuning in this week to learn about cows and the benefits pumpkins bring them. Thanks to the Ecology Club for sponsoring the pumpkin drive. Bring in your non-painted pumpkins. The cows love it. It's a natural dewormer, great source of vitamin A and E. It helps their digestion and it helps them stay hydrated. Thanks everybody. The cows appreciate it.
So go ahead, guys. Let's get those going because it's taking place now all the way until November 21st. So next couple of weeks there. Our legacy mindset this week is you were born to win. But to be a winner, you have to plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. So not only are you putting in the work to prepare yourself to win, you also have to tell yourself inside your head that you will win. Our legacy in flight, our Eagles with etiquette, we've been talking about handshaking. Acknowledge when someone says hello to you. Make sure during a conversation that you're actually not interrupting that conversation, but if a question is asked, how are you doing today? You answer and then give that back. Today we're talking about walking around. You should never walk through a conversation. So if a conversation is going on, let's say for example, Miss Barksdale and I are in a conversation and we're 3-4 feet away from each other, and here you come down the hallway. You must go around the conversation, never through the conversation. It's not like you're doing limbo and going to duck underneath us and go through, but there is a possibility that there is nowhere around, and you may have to stop and say, excuse me, as you walk through. So let's challenge you and see how you do when there's conversations taking place and you walking around it. Yesterday we talked about how to move very, very fast in the conversation. So we're going to take a moment, again, debrief all this, make sure we have it all underway and we know what is taking place right now. So when it comes to health, you can take a look here and you can see we all, excellent job yesterday, remained at full health. Unfortunately, though, today there could be a couple houses that may lose their first heart. When you look at Duende's got a lot going on like every other house. Every house actually has immortality. So regardless of how many hearts you lose or the points that you don't receive these next 2 weeks, you will always get level 4 of both of them. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, then if we're all getting level 4, what's the purpose of even trying? Well, if you don't put the points in, well, then your house is going to continue to not be in first place or come out of first place. If you look at the hearts and say, who cares about the hearts? We're getting level 4 anyways. Well, if you run out of hearts, then you actually are given all the other houses bonus hearts along with 100 bonus house points. Plus, remember, when we do our house meet, we always look what house has the most hearts, gets 100 bonus points, plus they receive 50 points for every heart over that. So you still want to be able to work hard. There is some rotten eggs going on in Duende, Kefi, and Julius. So that means if they lose a heart, they also lose 50 house points. There is a stake on Duende and Kefi, which just means instead of me taking a heart the first time, I take the stake. So it's almost like a free pass. There is also forgiveness. I see forgiveness taking place on Duende. Kefi, also we see it on Mudita and on Julia. But the 1 and 2 represent what week you're going to be implemented. If it's a 1, it's implemented this week. If it's a 2, it's going to implement next week. Sonic on Duende. So anytime there is a house that's 50 points away from Duende, they're going to blast forward 100 points, and it happened yesterday. Mudita was only 20 points away from Duende. Sonic came in effect, shot forward 100 house points. The other things you may see is a flame. I see a flame on Duende, Mudita, and Julia. That simply means that this week, on week 1, all their points are going to be doubled by the end of the week. And the last I really see there is Eagle Claws. Eagle Claws is on Mudita and on Julia, but Julia has it this week and next week. Simply says if a heart is lost, double the amount of hearts will be lost. And there is Teleport on Mudita, but that really doesn't matter because they have immortality as well. And Julia has 2 levitations, so we're going to do 2 spins at our next house meeting. And speaking of our next house meeting, you have a goal? Behavior with a substitute. So if we get a bad report about a student or the entire class, it's going to limit you from getting any bonus spins. Remember, Wings of Fire, they are shot for a lot more points. We've been keeping them around 1,000, 1,500 points. Now it's 2,750 points in order to receive a level 4. Well, there it is. House Duende, the building is green. It's back in your power. You currently are in the lead. House Kefi, I need you to step it up, get more points, make good choices. And the thing is, House Kefi, is we're losing a lot of hearts, so you're not getting as many powers. And the more powers you get, the more points you are probably going to receive. True legacy story. Samaj in Miss Hogan and Miss Lassiter's class. He was caught helping another student by carrying their lunch to the table due to the student being on crutches. He recognized another student's challenge and took initiative to help without even being asked to do so, showing care, showing kindness, and understanding for someone else's situation. What legacy core value did Samaj demonstrate? And that truly is empathy right there. Empathy says that we trust others with kindness, we listen with compassion, and we value different perspectives. Excellent job to Samaj. Students, make it a great day. The choice is yours. We love you, and leave a legacy.
Good morning, Ms. Greenwood here with your October Lexia leaders. The 3 individuals that you see here are our overall leaders for the month of October. In first place, Henry Browder with 348 units completed in the month of October. Way to go. Second place, Kaylin Jenkins, 269 units. Fabulous. Third place, Sophia Poge, 147 units. Amazing. Many other students were very, very close to these totals. So I am watching all of you, and I hope to see some new Lexia leaders for the month of November.
Jagodze.
What do you call a fake spaghetti?
What?
An impasta. Remember to leave a legacy. Bye.
And have a good day, Eagles.